lofts. In Austin, I saw pause. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, focus reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, gritty from ear to ear. Craving that radiant grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark, and of course we have our boy, Drew Henthorn on the other side over there.
How we doing?
What's up, McDog? How you doing?
Oh, man, just taking a break from the roofing game, licking my wounds.
Well, it's getting ready to pick up spring season, and that way you guys do really well in the
I know
roofing
it, man.
business.
It's in Nebraska, spring season starts in May.
Oh, and by the way, I am wearing the Kobe. By the way, I am wearing the Kobe hoodie, which I'm getting
There
you
we go.
one. I'm getting you one. So I don't want to hear no mouth. I don't want to hear your mouth about
All right.
where's my Kobe hoodie and all that nonsense. I got you one. Now I don't have the Kobe hat for you. Now one of my kids, they got that for me.
All right.
Joe Alliance and his parents got it for me. But anyway, hey, what about that NBA All-Star game this weekend, bro?
Well, I tell you what, the last 5 minutes of the game was great.
Isn't it always?
I like that new format with the 24 points. That worked out good for him.
Yeah, and your boy Bron hit the game-winning shot, which of course we're going to talk more about.
almost seemed scripted.
Well, you know what it's really done though. Every time they do that, it's made the game more exciting in the end instead of it just being a complete blowout.
Oh, for sure.
Which so that makes you different. But how about Steph, dude? 16 for 27, 17
Just
for 30 from the field.
Walk away turnaround three.
He's just insane, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people can talk about old times and new times, and man, some of these guys in this game can play in the old game. I mean, maybe not. They're not going to probably be as successful. I saw who was it? Oh God, I can't think of his name now. He was talking trash. Tracy McGrady, talking about he didn't think that Giannis would be as dominant back in the day than he is now. I said he still would be dominant. I don't know if he's going to be doing all it because coming down the lane, you just ain't going to be dunking on people because they're going to put you on your back. But at
Speaking
the same
of Tracy McGrady, how is he not in the top 75?
I don't have an answer because I don't have an answer.
And where was Vin's sanity? I mean, come on.
Dude, Lynn Sanity. Is he even in the top 500?
I mean, come on.
Lynn Sanity, he's not in the top 500.
No, Vince Carter, man.
Oh, Vince. I thought you said Lynn. I thought you were talking about Jeremy Lin.
Vince Sanity, man. Half man, half amazing.
Dude, I don't know.
How is he not in there?
He's the greatest dunker of all time, without question.
Jeez.
But now the greatest in-game power dunker is Dominique.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you want to go back.
I agree with that.
But, yeah, how he's not in there, I don't. Well, you remember in the original one, Dwight Howard was not in there, and still's not. And they put in the Athletic, they stuck in Dwight Howard at like 50-something or whatever. And I need to go back and look. I don't know, is Vince Carter in the Athletic one?
I don't think so.
Because I'm just like, man, he was a beast, Drew.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I don't have that with me right now. I was wondering if I still had that while I looked it up the other day. I looked it up to see, oh, here you go. Vince Carter, let me see. Well, he wouldn't be in the top 20. Man, Drew, they had Tracy McGrady in there.
Right.
I don't see Vince.
Well, I'd be hard pressed to put Tracy McGrady over Vince Carter.
Wow. Yeah, I don't see Vince. He's not in here, bro.
All That's
I guess they say all he could do was dunk. I guess. I mean, that's what they're basically saying. If he's not in here,
anybody that watched him play knows he'd do more than dunk.
Well, I'm just saying,
he got a nice little fade.
In their estimation, all he could do was dunk. You know, he wasn't a really all around player. I guess that's what they're saying. Clearly, that's what they're saying. So, but they have Giannis in here he's at 24,
right?
But Charles Barkley 22 and not being in the top 20. Dirk Nowitzki 21. That's pathetic. I mean,
it was cool getting to see all those guys all in the same room, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, except that KD wasn't there because his grandmother. So, which is understandable. I mean, we all know how close we were to our grandma, so that's kind of, I mean, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Do I want to put a jacket on and hang out with a bunch of dudes, or do I want to go spend time with my family when Granny's gone? You know what I'm saying? And, of course, I loved your grandmother, so even though she used to –
we all did.
She still used to beat my butt. But
she'd save me from the ass beat.
Oh, well, yeah, she did not save Randy and I at all. Now, she tried to save Randy, and then she saved me when she wanted to save Randy, but for the most part, yeah, she was like, yeah, you too. Salt and pepper, y'all are up to no good. That's no doubt about that. But, and then your mom was your grandfather's favorite. Oh, my God, Carolyn, Jesus. I asked Randy, does she ever get in trouble, bro? No, she doesn't. But anyway, back to the 75 All-Star game. I mean, to the 75th. I thought it was cool that they did that and everything they did to recognize all those guys still being alive, man, because, dude, there were some guys who could play. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey, George Gervin is not aging well.
No. But you know what? Not everybody, does. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, the wear and tear, and back then they were a lot more, what's the word I'm trying to use? Loose with their after hours fun time. That's the best. That's the best way I could put it. A lot of those guys, they were drinking and staying up late and having a good time. And I don't care what color you are. I don't care how much money you got. If you put that wear and tear on your body, especially then you got to go out and play every night because they weren't. What's the word that they use nowadays when they don't play?
Load management.
It's ridiculous, man. What a joke. But anyway, those guys didn't get load management. If you went out and you partied because that's what I said, most people don't realize when you had to play 6 games in 9 days, you travel. As soon as the game was over, you got your meal, whatever. You were on the bus, whatever, going to the next place. Now you get on the plane, but back then you got on a bus and then you traveled. And then, if it was a far enough way, then you got on a plane to fly wherever. But if it was in a certain number of hours, bro, you were on a bus.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care.
And they weren't flying private jets.
No.
They were flying commercial.
They were playing commercial. And that's what we did. We flew commercial, bro. It was no joke. I mean, the seats were, right there, planes weren't as big as they are now. We're not as spacious. Yeah, it was, man, your knees hurt so bad. You just got through playing ball. You get on a plane. I mean, you're all hunched up like this because and then somebody in front of you lays the seat back, and you're like, really? Bro, I'm sitting between 6'7" and 6'8". Their legs are spread. There's not enough room for me to spread my legs, too, while you lay back. Yeah, so.
Trying to keep ice on your knees.
Oh, man. Oh. But, my first ice bath, which is, I tell people all day long, man, getting that cold whirlpool, man, with that ice, man, that's a world of difference for your body. A world of difference for your body. Not all parts of your body, but for the parts that are hurting, it makes a huge difference. But, going back to the game, your boy Bron hit the game-winning shot on that fadeaway off one leg, whatever that, I guess it's the Dirk Nowitzki move. Is that what we want to call it since everybody's pretty much doing that? When they're older. Now, when they're younger, but when they're older, when they lose their hops, they tend to all of a sudden do the Dirk, which I don't think he ever had any. I don't think could he dunk? Did you ever see Dirk dunk, really?
Not really. He'd get one down, and if he caught one off the backboard or something.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I don't ever remember him dunking much. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember him doing much when it came to that.
He wasn't much of a rim attacker.
No, he wasn't. But that fadeaway dude, he was. Dirk was a beast, man. But when you came over asking him over Tim Duncan, I still take Tim Duncan, him, and KG. And then if it comes down to it, once KD finishes, I'd have to put him probably number one over Duncan and KG. I mean, because he's just 7 foot and can. We actually found that he can play defense. When he got to Golden State, he actually
If he
played
wants
defense.
to.
Yeah, but most of these guys don't have any pride in
What'd you
being a
think?
two-way.
What'd you think about All-Star Saturday night?
I think they need to completely rethink the NBA dunk contest. It does not need to be last. I agree with D Wade and those guys that it does not need to be, and Reggie Miller, it does not need to be the showcase like it used to be the showcase. Now it's a joke. Somebody said to me, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday at the gym, that they think what they should do is bring in those, they had to do that, the dunk contest with all the YouTubers and those type guys, have those guys come in and do, because they be doing some crazy dunks. But he goes, yeah, drive a car on there. I said, man, I don't know if people are going to let you drive a car on the court, but I guess they did for Blake Griffin when he jumped over that
Kia.
Yeah.
Kia might let you do it.
Yeah. Didn't he get a sponsorship? Oh, wait. They were already sponsored.
He had a commercial forever with jumping over a Kia.
But I agree that, to me, the skills contest, I still didn't watch it. I just see who won. And by the way, we did not pick the winner of that, and we did not pick the winner
I
of
don't
the
even think we had the right. I don't think we had the right format.
No, we did not. We had the wrong format. Now, I got the right format with the big cat winning the 3-point contest.
That was a nice pick.
Even though you made fun of me, but you sent me that text right away, like, oh, look at it. Yeah, the big fella.
Hey, my boy Trae Young was right in there, though. I thought he missed a couple down the stretch, but we might have had a little shootout.
I think that when he put up the 29, it was over for him and Luke Kennard, because they both went, oh, man. Because I think if it had been 25, 26, I think it'd been a little different, because you could tell Trae was pressing, just forcing the shots up there. So I think that,
I was really surprised that that he did that well. I mean, obviously you picked it, but to me, he just such a set shotter, and he gets so much air underneath the ball. I mean, he brings down rain whenever he shoots the ball. So I really didn't think he would thrive in that contest.
Well, I thought, it's like I said, that's why I was saying that he doesn't jump. So, I mean, I don't know I don't hardly can remember him doing dunking the ball either. But I did enjoy when he first got in the league, when he and AD were going at each other, because, they're both from Kentucky. And there's those two going at it. I really like that. Now it's not so much, because both of them are older and, they don't have the legs that they used to have to get that done. But at the same time, dude, he's just a monster. But Trae did good. By the way, he got his jersey retired. Trae did the other night at Norman North. Yeah, on senior night, they surprised him. I think it was Friday night. They surprised him and retired his jersey at Norman North, and I thought that was a nice little tribute to him for them doing that as well. Talking about Trae.
Yep.
Now, talk about something. How about Vanessa Bryan and those tweets about her, man? When she gave out the award, celebrating her husband and daughter. I mean, really, dude. I mean,
people are off.
People are they're so mean, bro.
For lack of a better word, off.
Yeah, it's just sad. I thought she looked good. You know what I'm saying?
She looked great. I was surprised she was there.
Yeah. But I mean, people are gonna be people, and they use social media and tweets to be anonymous, and they can be mean. Go back to that foxhole wherever you're at, out in BFE, where nobody gives a about you.
I did like the redesign of the new trophies. Looked pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, you know what, Drew? The NBA All-Star Weekend is still the best. I mean, there's no question. But they're going to have to revamp the skills contest. Did you even watch the skills contest?
Dude, I tried. I'm be honest. I tried, and then I just couldn't get into it. I was on my phone looking up and down, and it didn't really keep my interest. And then I had the format all wrong, so I knew I wasn't winning anything gambling. So
I'm not going to call you out on it, bro. Hey, speaking of calling out, how about what your boy LeBron said about Sam Presti? Did you see that?
I did not. Fill me in.
He called Sam Presti the MVP of talent, of executives and in talent.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay. He did draft KD. In the very beginning, I would agree with him. He went KD, Russ, James Harden, Ibaka, and then Steven Adams. So,
right.
In the beginning, I agree with that. But since then, I mean, you had Reggie Jackson, which okay, and then after that,
Gilchrist.
but no. We traded for him with Chris Paul. I mean, with the Paul
Right.
George. We got him with Paul George trade. So
Okay.
when Chris Paul went to Phoenix and we got Paul George, or Paul George went to what you call it? That's what happened when he went to the Clippers. So we got him.
Yeah,
back.
I mean his
So he didn't
his
get
last few
straight
drafts left wanting for sure.
I mean-
Yeah, but he's he's gonna get a chance here in the next couple years.
Now
We're
he
gonna
did.
see.
Now, but he did get giddy. But you got to remember, before that, you had Baisley and Poku.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Who?
And then before that, remember the big guy, the Minnesota big center from Minnesota. He didn't play. Then you had the guy from was it Cole Aldridge that played at Kansas? That was I mean, I can go down bust.
Now did he draft Sabonis?
No, we traded for Sabonis from
Traded for Sabonis, okay.
Orlando.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
We drafted oh my God, Jeremy Lamb. We drafted him. Drafted the kid that plays.
Lamb's not even in the league anymore, is
No, I think he's in G League. Well, he's in the league. He's still in the league playing for somebody off the bench. We drafted what's his name that plays for comes off the bench. Is it for Portland? Is it Golden State? I can't. The shooting guard. Is it maybe it's Golden State, the backup point? Left-handed. We drafted him. So, I mean, he did make some okay picks, but for the most part, now I will say that a lot of those picks didn't work out because we had Russell. And he just anyway.
Russell's hard on picks.
Yeah, he's hard. He's just anyway, that's him. But I just laughed because I laughed about when I saw that because what I thought was funny is LeBron has said he's going to play his last year with his son. He said that.
Which could very well end up in Oklahoma City.
That's why he said that because Bronny is a junior. So next year, LeBron's got what 1 more year, 2 more years on his contract with the Lakers.
Well, I tell you what, if I'm the Lakers, I'm trying to move LeBron this summer. I'm not waiting around for him to leave. He didn't give the Lakers a vote of confidence out there that he was planning on staying around next year, did he?
No, he hasn't. Now I believe. Well, I'm just saying he's made it perfectly clear that I think he's in LA 2 years, and then after that, if they don't draft his son, he's going wherever his son is. He's made that perfectly clear. Now, to me, he's basically told Sam Presti, if the Oklahoma City Thunder want my services, draft my kid. And the Thunder have the most picks, so I'm sure he's looking at that. He and Rich Paul are looking at that going, okay, what's the best place for him? Because right now he's just a 4-star, Drew. I've seen he plays a decent player. But, I mean, worth the first-round pick? No. Just to get LeBron for a year? And he'll be what?
A 38-year-old LeBron or 37-year-old LeBron this time?
Yeah, whatever. He'll be what, 40 then, only in 3 years, 39 or 40?
Yeah, 30,
back then. So
39. 39, yeah.
Now, I appreciate the compliments. I appreciate him wanting to come to Oklahoma, but he's got to remember, we have a lot of people in Oklahoma thinks he needs to shut up and dribble.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, is that what Oklahoma City wants, or does Oklahoma City trade that rights to somebody like Cleveland or Orlando?
Now that'd be
somebody
good
like
for them
that,
to send him back home. Send him back home to Cleveland.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, whether Cleveland will take him or not, I doubt it. But that's part of it. I mean, I look at that, I'm like, yeah, man, that's crazy right there, homie. I mean, I'm like, yeah, no, that didn't work out. So, but anyway, I was pulling up, going up into this weekend. NBA starts back, Wednesday and Thursday.
Thursday.
And I was looking at right now, you have the Suns at 48-10 for the best record in the NBA. Second best record goes to the Warriors at 42-17. Then the Grizzlies, which still just blows me away. They're just running away with it at 41-19. Then you go to the East for the Heat, the number 4 seed, at 38-21. The Bulls are 38-21. And then you come back to the Jazz. And by the way, can you believe the Jazz got rid of Lefty? The shooter who's been there.
Who's that?
They got hurt. My mind just went blank. The one that knocked down all the threes all the time, left-handed, couldn't really play defense, couldn't guard nobody, but he could shoot.
Big white guy?
Oh, man, I can see his face. Left-handed guy. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, they traded him, but the Jazz are 36-22, and the Sixers are 35.
What is that, Joe? What is his name? Hold on a second.
Begins with an I, Joe something. But anyway, the 76ers are 35-23. So that's your top 7 right there. 4 of them out of the East or West, and 3 out of the East. But
Joe Ingles, who we're looking for.
Yeah, because he played for the Clippers for a while, and then he was traded from the Clippers because he couldn't get any kind of court time, and then he went to. Anyway, I'm not going to say the word. I almost said something, but I did not say it. Right. But anyway, he went to the Jazz, and when you look at them, I look at Quinn Snyder, dude. He was a better coach in the NBA than he was in college, which usually does not happen. They're usually better college coaches than our NBA, but it seems like he relates to his players really, really well there in Utah.
Well, I think he was a NCAA coach trapped in the NBA body because he got didn't he get Missouri in trouble?
Yeah, he was at Missouri, got him in trouble. Yeah. Well,
he was doing NBA stuff in Columbus.
Well, they always did NBA stuff in Columbus, bro. Believe me. I was snowed in Columbus for 2 days, so yeah, they have NBA fun in Columbus, and they have some cutie pies there too. Not that I would never cheat on my OSU girls or anything for Missouri girls. I would have never.
You weren't in Harpo's late at all.
Thank you, there. Appreciate that. But who do you like? Who are your odds on you think is going to overall come out of that group?
Well, the Suns obviously are your favorite. I tell you, you got the 76ers, at plus 750. So I think they got a lot of good, value right there.
Well, if they can get James to be in shape, though. But James has got to be in shape. Yeah, Harden's got to be in shape, bro.
What's that?
He's got to be in shape, though.
Well, this is his chance, really. It's kind of wide open. If he can get in there and do something, I think the 76ers would be all right.
I agree, but the question is, will he?
Yeah. What about the Raptors? What do you think about the Raptors?
Man, I have zero confidence, even though I love Fred VanVleet. And, I watched them play when they played Oklahoma City a couple weeks ago. And we just didn't have an answer for him. They did that pick and roll, and whoever we had in center, as soon as they had Muscala in there, they pick and rolled and put him on Muscala, and I'm like, gosh, it's over. They ran matchups after matchup after matchup on us. If it wasn't Muscala, then it was Baisley or it was Puka. Whoever it was, whoever their big was, they switched out, ran that pick and roll, came off, and he lit us up. He just lit us up because he looked at that and he started licking his chops, and he just wore us out because there was no answer. I do like them though, but Drew, I just don't see them going very far. Because do you see them beating?
You got the Bucks, the Nets, and the Sixers. They'll probably get one of them. Well, obviously, probably get one of those 3 in the second round.
At least. About it. And who do you like? Who do you like them to beat of those? Maybe the Bulls.
Yeah, they can't beat the Bulls in a 7-game series. I don't know. I'm with you. Unless they just upset somebody. Yeah, the ones that you can see them upsetting would be maybe the Nets.
Yeah. Well, hey, how about them beating in the second round? They might get the Sixers. They might have a chance to beat them because we know unless Embiid goes off, Harden.
Right.
Traditionally in the playoffs, he's a no-show. So that might be something right there when you look at that as well.
Yeah, and the Hawks are starting to play good too. You might watch the Hawks in the second round.
Yeah, but they're trying to look. How do you draft so much? They've got so many players and not enough basketballs there. You know what I'm saying? They got players they come off the bench, they got players. Right. And but they got enough balls because let's face it, Trey's gonna get up his 25 shots. That's going to because he's got to get his 27 points. So he's got to put up his 25 shots to get his points. And he's going to get his points. Let's face that. Or what do they call Ice Tray, I guess is what they call him, Ice Tray. Whatever. I don't know if that's cold or hot. Now,
but in the West, I think you got right. To me, it's a 2-team race, Golden State and Phoenix, in my opinion.
You don't think the Grizz are going to slide in there? The Grizz, man. But I don't know. To me, the Grizzlies – they're in 7 games, as you know really well. It takes a couple games to figure out what you want to do or what they're going to do. Right. Unless they were in your conference, in your division, which the Grizzlies were not. So the Warriors and Suns know each other really, really well. They're going to play 4 times and then they'd play another. So that'll be 11 times in a season. So they know each other. But when you don't play somebody, you've only played them a couple times, 3 times, you don't really know them that well. So the first couple games, because in the season, it's not a lot of defense. It's whatever. During the playoffs, it's about possessions. It's about, you get 10 to 12 less possessions a game because the shot clock is usually going down to 6, 5, 6, 7 seconds. They're not shooting at 18 seconds or at 20, 15 seconds, 12 seconds. Those shots aren't going up in the playoffs. So I don't know if the Grizzlies can do that. But the Warriors and Suns, yeah, I like it. If you had to pick an overall, who would you take?
If to win it right now,
Yeah.
probably take the Suns.
Well,
As long as Chris Paul's healthy.
Well, the reason why I like the Suns is they're on a mission from last year.
Yep.
I mean,
They got a bench. They got a squad. They deep. They can go big. They can go small. They can shoot. They got a good point guard that wants to win a ring.
And a coach.
They're gonna be tough.
They got Monty Williams as their coach.
I like Monty.
I like him a lot. Apparently, they didn't like him in New Orleans.
Yeah. Look where that got him.
I love it. All right, well, hey, we're gonna take a quick break, Drew. Then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna talk a little football. We're gonna talk some basketball, and we're gonna talk about your NASCAR picks too.
Hey, that was close, man.
It was good. But
those guys started driving like me, coming home from flips at the end.
What's that? I've never been there. Is that a fun place? Hang on, Drew and I'll be right back. Hold on a second. We'll be right back with the Unpopular Hour. All right, welcome back to the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark, and I'm here with my boy, Drew Henthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. And Friday, we had some interesting picks. And by the way, we're going to go over the ones you had in college, too. And because you did pick our Cowboys to win this weekend, but they didn't cover, though, did they?
They did not cover 3.5.
Yeah.
1 by 3.
Yeah, 1 by 3. So, your boy, what's up with your boy Anderson? You're up 1 with 12 seconds, and you shoot the ball with 5 seconds on the clock. And then what was up with Baylor? K-State not fouling.
That whole last sequence about the last minute of that game minute of overtime was crazy.
It was crazy. I'm like, what is going on here? But there's a reason why
there were some bad beats this weekend in hoops.
Yeah,
I think Vegas did it. The NBA was offline with just the All-Star game. I think they had a lot of tricky lines in the NCAA basketball.
Yeah, they did. Well, how about our boy Juwan Howard going after the Wisconsin coach? Wow.
Boy, I tell you what. And then said he got assaulted.
well, my deal is this. Well, I know, but my deal is this. Dude, why are you calling timeout? He goes, in that situation. What situation? I don't want to turn. You're up 15.
Yeah, he was saying that because he had his backups in the game. He didn't want to put backups in a position to get the ball over the half-court line in 4 seconds.
I'm like, really? Bro, are you kidding me? The game is over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Michigan is like, they're just going to hey, just the game's over, Because when we play, you're down 15, just get the ball so we can get the hell out of here. We're on the road. We don't want to be here.
He's going to be in some trouble up there, man.
Yeah, he'll get suspended.
Yeah, I think he may not coach again the rest of the year.
He'll get suspended.
It's going to be tough.
He'll get suspended. Yep. You can't slap another coach.
No. Second time he's been in a brawl in the last year.
Yeah.
So,
but the question is, what was said to him to make him slap him? And there's plenty of people around there, so it ain't like nobody didn't hear what was said. You know what I mean?
It's not always the clear-cut issue that you think it is.
No, it's not. Because for me to hit you, you got to say something to piss me off. If I'm mad, the fuse ain't going to take a lot to light it, Drew, but if you say the wrong word to me, but I'm not going to slap you, I'm going to hit you with my fist closed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to draw some darkness around your face.
Almost like he was trying to punk you.
It looked like it, didn't it? That's what it looked like. But to me, dude, you don't call timeout in that situation. You're up 15, game's over. You can't. There's no excuse you can possibly give me to call timeout and you're winning the game by 15. You have no reason. There's zero reason.
Yeah,
You cannot
he's kind of
justify
getting
that.
it. Howard's kind of getting himself into being that hated coach in the Big Ten. I tell you what, as being a Nebraska fan, I know all about that. They are not liked in Big Ten football, and Michigan's starting to be that same way in basketball. Where they don't get any breaks, they don't get any calls. I mean, those coaches,
Drew,
I tell you what, that's a good old boy network.
But what happened to them? They were third or fourth in the country in the beginning of the season, so something's going on there. And, because I think a lot of when you start doing that as a coach, when I coached, I would get frustrated with players, the parents, or whatever, especially the parents. And then you get to that point where it spills over.
Right.
Into things that probably wouldn't have set you off.
Almost like he's taking some heat from the boosters
or whatever.
You don't really respect.
Yeah, something else is going on behind the scenes to make him that volatile. But you can't do that. You can't do that, Juwan. You really can't do that, bro. You can't. Now, speaking of your Nebraska Cornhuskers, bro, what's up with them?
Well, they're terrible. I mean, terrible. They got one Big Ten win. I mean, I tell you what, I don't know if Hoiberg's going to be able to keep his job. His buyout's just ridiculous. He got almost $20 million buyout. So
what? They gave him that much money?
Yeah, I tell you what, old Bill Moose, he was just handing out checks. I wish I'd have been down there. I could have come in and been like a assistant to the assistant.
Well, what's your boy Frost going to do?
Well, he got 2 years, so I think he's gone out and signed everybody in the world in free agency. So, he took a pay cut. And he's got 2 years basically to make a bowl game, I think. But then it's sad how the mighty have fallen. Yeah,
it really has. But you know what? Ever since they left the Big 12 or Big 8, whatever, they went for the money academically. Is what they did.
Yep.
Let's face it. They went for the money
academically.
Times are
tough up here. I'm telling you, it's become Nebraska's a volleyball school now.
Oh. Whoa, I'm not going to against volleyball, bro. I'm going to have my boy Larry Taylor on.
Hey.
I'm going to have my boy. Oh, gotta be nice.
Fun to watch.
I'm going to have my boy Larry Taylor on from Charge Volleyball. So I got to be nice because he'll be cracking
on. It's huge up here.
Well,
everywhere you go.
It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They just had a huge tournament down at the Big House. What's it? Ron Nork Arena now, I guess is what it's called. To me, it's still the Big House. It's still the Big House. And but anyway, they had a huge tournament down there that they have every year. So, and he does a fantastic job with the Charge. But girls volleyball is probably the fastest growing sport in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I would agree. I took the girls to watch Nebraska and Penn State play this year.
Oh man, I bet that was fantastic. Because Penn State they're normally a perennial top team. Penn State is.
Yeah.
Canada, and I tell you what, OU's volleyball team did pretty good. They're not quite Texas, and they're not quite UCLA or Arizona or not ASU, but probably Arizona and Texas, Stanford, perennial teams. But it's like you got all your girls who would normally play basketball. They're starting out in volleyball earlier, and they're choosing volleyball over basketball.
I didn't even think about it like that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, that's because those girls. Man, I tell you,
they can go overseas in these volleyball leagues and make money.
Oh yeah. I know you can go overseas and make money, women's basketball too. But I'm just saying, it seems like parents are starting them at a younger age and started putting them in basketball. They're putting them in volleyball, and so these girls are jumping up and they're athletic, and they're just crushing the ball. Like at Santa Fe Family Life Center, every Tuesday and Thursday they have volleyball there for the Chargers there. And man, some of these girls, man, you look at them, and I've watched them at the beginning of the year where they could barely bump and pass the ball, and now they're just crushing it and kicking it. And they have I really love watching volleyball. So, but anyway, on another note, what about your NASCAR? To get back to it, you had picked Dylan. No, Logano and Elliott. That was what you picked.
What I went with. And I don't know what happened to Logano and Dylan. Dylan and Logano were a lap down, but Elliott had a chance at the end.
Yeah.
I think he finished sixth.
Well, there were so many crashes though, because those guys, what do they call it? Rubbing? No, those guys when they don't like each other, it's unreal.
And then they get that overtime rule. I don't know if you watched it or not, but they have the overtime rule. But basically, it's a sprint to the finish, and they all just go crazy. And cut each other off, and I mean, it was just a free for all there at the end.
Well, because it's the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
And and Austin did a good job of winning it. And then Bubba Wallace Jr. coming in second.
Well, he was there.
He was there. He was there. But the rookie got him. And that's all that matters, man. Forever he'll be known as the Daytona 500 winner and the second youngest ever to win it. So
I tell you, that may be the hardest bet there is to win is pick the Daytona 500.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Now we talked about that. You still haven't been to a NASCAR event, right?
I haven't. I'd like to go.
Now the closest
I may have to go to that one.
The closest to you would be what? In Kansas?
Yep. Kansas City Speedway.
Yeah, Kansas City, Kansas. Not Kansas City, Missouri. Even though that's weird because you just cross the street and you're in Kansas, and then across the street back. It's kind of like when you're in Baltimore. Am I in Maryland or am I in Virginia? I'm like, I'm not in Maryland. No, that's across the street. What? That just, when you're in D.C., that blows me away. The way traffic is set up over there, it really, really, truly does. But I recommend NASCAR to anybody. If you've never been, you got to go. So now let's go to the Big 12 and let's talk a little bit about that, bro.
Hey, there were some great games in the Big 12. I can tell you, that KU kind of surprised me. I really didn't think they'd go into West Virginia and put it on like that. West Virginia might be done.
Dude, that was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know that West Virginia's going to compete much tonight. That's one of the games I like tonight. It's TCU laying 4 points against West Virginia in Fort Worth.
Well, West Virginia, TCU, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, West Virginia might be done. They
didn't play with much heart. What do you think about Huggy Bear? What do you think? Is he going to be there, or what do you think is going to happen with him?
He's been. I mean, he's got to be what, 70?
Yeah,
he's pushing it.
Yeah. His time may have come and gone almost. Because he still has some credibility, but I think for the most part, when you get to be an older coach, it's kind of hard to keep up with the guys today the way that they are with, Twitter and with Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, on and on and on. You almost got to be in all the way around to get that done.
It's running those old ball coaches out faster and faster.
It really is. Except unless you're like Bruce Pearl. He acts like he's 12 years old. So, Bill Self the same way, but he's got great assistants too. So that does help. But Bill, being a former ball player, a recent former ball player, and I think that helps Bill out a lot. And it's always nice when you can look at it and go, he played for me, he played for me, he played for me, he played for me, he played for me. Because Bill has probably 25 or 30 kids who've gone to the NBA to play for him, probably, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. At least.
I mean, I'm going to look that up.
They probably get 2 or 3 every year.
You would think. Well, maybe not that many. Just the fact that he had Embiid that played for him, which was crazy because you could see his talent.
Chalmers.
Yeah, Chalmers. You could see where his talent was there, but he wasn't what he is now. But you could see he was coming on. Paul. Now, Pierce didn't play for him, did he? He played for Roy. Well, Bill was there as an assistant, though.
Yeah.
Because it was Roy, and then it was Bill took over after Roy, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, because Larry Brown was there before that. Yeah. Okay. It was Larry Brown, then Roy, then Bill. Yeah, I think that's how.
Yeah, I mean, don't you remember when he was there and they won the title? I think if they don't win it that year, he might have been in Okie State.
Oh, the year that they won it? Oh, there's no doubt. No doubt.
And then his asking price went through the roof.
Well, from my understanding, they matched basically or gave him a little bit more than what Oklahoma State was giving him. That was my understanding. So, but do you let a guy go to his alma mater? And if you look at Oklahoma State at that point, that would have been the complete turning point for Oklahoma State basketball.
Been huge.
But I think, the turning point for us this last round was the former AD not keeping Underwood. Because I think if we have Weiberg, the one we have now, I think Underwood would still be in the coach at Oklahoma State. But that being said, I love Coach B, man.
I do too. I'd rather have him than Underwood's jackass.
Well, but I'm just saying the way he had the team going is what I'm saying. You had a nice, that's what I was talking about. You had a nice flow going, and then Coach B got Cade, and then all of a sudden here you're creating some momentum, and then the NCAA goes, boom, we're going to take away
Right.
scholarships. You're not going to go to the tournament, and just took away any momentum that we had. But I believe
Mhm.
we would go back because this past weekend was our alumni reunion. 90 people, Drew. There was
90 people.
90 former basketball players. Now, Big Country
Wow.
wasn't there because his kids aren't there anymore, so I did not see Big Country. But, of course, one decade's talking trash to us, and I looked at him and I was like,
I can only imagine.
I told him, I said, bro, all I know is I have a ring. Did you get one? I haven't been yet. I don't see a ring on your finger. I don't see a ring in y'all's resume anywhere in the decade, bro. Ring, no ring. Whatever. So don't run your mouth over here. Now, I was looking for your boy Rutherford. I didn't get a chance to see Rutherford. I didn't see your boy Rutherford, man.
Didn't look like he was there. I saw Manzer there.
Oh, well, Manzer's doing what Brent, he's running his mouth talking trash to me.
Uh-huh.
Walks up and goes, hey, I was looking for y'all group. And then he goes, oh, somebody loud. Oh, Matt Clark. Okay, that's where they are. I'm like, okay, B. I remember that when I see you.
What do you think about Okie State tonight, catching 5 points against Baylor?
Brad Livingstone was there. His wife is Linda Livingstone, the president of Baylor, and she played basketball at Oklahoma State, by the way. He just said they're down to like 6 or 7 players, Drew.
Really?
Everybody's hurt. He goes, everybody's hurt. Ankles, knees, they're the walking wounded.
Well, that explains why the line's gone from 5.5 to 4.5.
Yeah. I mean, they're walking wounded. And then the question is whether Oklahoma State can do back-to-back wins. How much did that overtime victory Saturday take out of the young Cowboys?
Baylor's in a little bit of revenge spot there, too.
Yep.
Coming off that loss.
We're only one of two, and plus we're only one of 2 teams to beat them at Baylor.
Yeah, Oklahoma State money line is only plus 175. So that
tells
it. Me, you only got Baylor's minus 210 and Oklahoma State's plus 175. So that tells me that Vegas basically has that game as a toss-up.
And then who else do you have tonight on Big Monday?
Well, you start off the night with my beloved Tar Heels playing Louisville.
Oh, they're gonna get smashed. I'll take Louisville.
No, it's Carolina's 10-point favorite. 10-point favorite. I'll tell you what I do like is the over because neither one of those teams plays defense. So.
No, I'm not a fan of Louisville's team this year. I'm not a fan of their team this year. So, yeah, I was just kidding with you because, I know you're a Tar Heel fan. But.
Hey, big win. My Tar Heels had a big win Saturday at Va Tech. That was a big win. That kept them in the tournament.
Well, your boy, Mario, he's balling, man. What do you have, 26? Whatever it is? Dude, he can go.
Yep.
I like his game a lot.
You got some good games. You got Ohio State and Indiana playing tonight. Ohio State took my coins this weekend. Laid an egg against Iowa.
All right. Well, you called that though, didn't you? Didn't you say that was going to happen?
Mm-hmm. But that's a good game.
Okay. Let's do the picks. Okay, who do you got? So we're doing the first one's what? Okie State and Baylor, right?
So I'm gonna bet with my heart, which I normally don't do, and I'm gonna take Okie State plus the 5.
I agree, 100%.
At home,
5 I agree.
Points. And then I'm going to take the over 143 in North Carolina, Louisville, because neither one of those teams
play defense,
can guard you.
Okay.
Guard you or me.
Well, they definitely can't guard. They can guard you because you broke down, bro.
Hey, I got a nice jumper.
Yeah, that's not what Shannon said. He said your game is washed. That's what he said. But anyway, go ahead. We both agree on that. So we're both taking Oklahoma State.
I'm staying in the Big 12. I like TCU minus the 4 against West Virginia because I think West
Are they
Virginia
playing at home?
Yeah, in Fort Worth.
Oh, okay. I'll take TCU. So we're 3 for 3 together on that.
And then I'm gonna go out west, and you got UCLA minus 13 against Bobby Hurley's Arizona State Sun Devils, and I like UCLA. UCLA's playing for a seed. They're trying to get up on that 2 line. They're ranked 12th. I think they need to finish strong to get a 2 seed.
Yeah, and plus the Pac-12 is not that great. It's not that tough anyway, so they should be able to get that done.
Arizona State's not very good.
Well, you think they should be able to get that done, don't you think?
You would think so. I mean, UCLA's playing all right now.
Yeah.
And then you got Boston College +1 at home against a Florida State Leonard Hamilton team that I think needs you and I to go down there and suit up. Well, they're missing like 7 guys.
Leonard is not my favorite coach in the world, but okay. I mean, he when he first got to Oklahoma State, he said He said, "Yeah, I watched tape on your team." He goes, "Y'all weren't very good, but y'all were athletic." Excuse me. We were, your teams was ranked as high as us. We were ranked 14th in the country. Did you ever get ranked that high, bro?
Well, I
Anyways,
don't think so.
I'm
I don't even
gonna
know.
go
Did
again.
the
I'm gonna
Leonard make
go.
the tournament at Oklahoma State? I don't think they
No, they
did.
didn't.
Did they?
You know what? I'm gonna take whoever he's playing against. Anytime somebody
Yeah.
playing against, I'm taking whoever's against Florida State.
So recap there. We like the over in North Carolina.
Right. We
We
like the
like
Cowboys and the
TCU
points.
minus Cowboys plus the points. We
TCU.
like TCU minus the 4.
Yes.
And UCLA minus 13.
Yes.
And then whoever Florida State's
whoever
playing.
Florida State's playing. Hey, there's one more thing we're gonna talk about. Then I'm gonna let you go.
All right.
What do you think about Brian Flores going to the Steelers as linebackers coach?
Absolutely love it. He should never been let go at Miami.
That's an idiot organization, man.
Yeah. I mean, what they win their last 8 games?
Yeah.
Or something crazy
they
that?
Went, I think it was 9 out of the last 10.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a joke.
I mean,
that's an absolute joke. Yeah, that right there, you know what that does? He just going to get just bred into being that next head coach for the Steelers.
Yeah, that might be the case. But, Tomlin is still young. He ain't going nowhere. He's never had a losing season no matter what the quarterback situation is. But you know what? I saw a thing, and they might get Jimmy Garoppolo. I said, boy, if they get Garoppolo, I mean, he's steady. They've got a good running back. They've got some receivers. They have a new wide receivers coach because clearly they couldn't catch the ball last year.
They're in the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes too.
Yeah, but Aaron's got, I don't know if they'd have to give up the farm to get him, bro.
You think he's even gonna leave Green Bay? I think it's all show.
No, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. I mean,
he gets away with murder up there. There's a lot. There's not much he can't do up there, not get in trouble.
But you know what? They were right in the fact that they said, hey, you ain't internally. They're never gonna say this in public, but internally it got leaked that they believe he can't win in the playoffs. Hell no, he can't win in the playoffs. He can't get nothing done. Dude, you have the number one seed 2 years in a row. You can't get it done. Right. Come on, man. And quite frankly, I still can't believe last year he didn't run. When you're at the 7-yard line, you can't make it to the end zone from there. You can't get to the corner.
Yeah, I mean, for him being the supposed, greatest quarterback talent ever. I mean, won Super Bowl.
I think what he is, he's Peyton Manning. They are fantastic during the year, but he ain't Tom Brady in the playoffs. That's what it says to me.
And he's had some, not like he hadn't had good teams around him either.
Yeah. Now, speaking of that, did you develop your list like we talked about Friday for your NFL players?
We're gonna have it ready for this Friday.
Oh, you need 5 more days to come up with your list.
I do.
Okay.
It's tough.
Man, it ain't that tough. I'm giving you 3 running backs, 3 quarterbacks. We're both taking the Great Wall of Dallas for the offensive line, so we're ending that discussion.
Yeah.
You're getting 3 wide receivers.
I'll be ready for Friday.
Do you need 4 wide receivers, or can you do 3?
I might need 4, but I'll have 3. I'll have a 3 and a 3A.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's do this to make it simple. You get 4 running backs, you get 4 quarterbacks, you get 4 wide receivers, you get 4 linemen, and you get 4 defensive backs.
I can do that.
Is that good? That way you can have 2 safeties and 2 cornerbacks.
Yep.
But the defensive line is pretty, that defensive line, I mean, I know I've got my 4 for sure. And one of them is still playing. Maybe.
Yeah.
He might quit, but one of them is still playing, that's for sure. So, but anyway, brother, all right, cool. Well, I'll look forward to you having your list. Whatever, bro.
All right, man. I appreciate the time, brother.
True. That's weak. That's weak, man. You don't have your stuff, man. That's weak, man. I'm calling you out.
Hey, it's not weak.
Yes,
I didn't know I was had ready today. We're Big Monday. We're talking about basketball.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's cool, man. I understand. I understand. You in Nebraska now. You're a little slow. You know what I'm saying? I get that,
Internet speed up here is a little slow.
But anyway, hey, everybody go to HuskerDrewPicks.com to see my boy. That's HuskerDrewPicks.com and check out my boy's list and make some money because the boy, he's pretty good. So anyway, hey, man, thank you, Drew, for being on.
Appreciate the time. Appreciate the love. We'll talk at you Friday.
All right, see you Friday, bro. Later.
Thanks, man.
Okay, everybody. Just want to thank you guys for coming to watch our show. And this is the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark. We will see you Wednesday for Women Only Wednesday. And we've got some good topics. We're going to talk about getting a little in depth about women's sports on Wednesday. So that's going to be interesting. Hope everybody's going to come back to watch. And then remember, after the storm will be on Thursday, after the Thunder and Phoenix game Thursday night in here in Oklahoma City. So anyway, hope everybody has a good day. Be safe. Enjoy this weather because we know it's coming down the pike because it is Oklahoma and we know it's going to be bad. I'm your host, Matt Clark. Peace out.